Hey, welcome back to the Architect's Griddle. I'm David. Today we're doing a special griddle setup for a charcuterie board. And charcuterie is French for specifically cured meats put together with a variety of ingredients and laid out to kind of self-serve and piece together your own little setup. We have stuffed mushrooms with pork and a seasoning blend, and in the seasoning blend is onions and bell peppers and such, but these are basically Cajun pork stuffed mushrooms. We're going to try griddling these, and I think we're going to griddle it face down because I'm not quite sure how to get that pork cooked, although it doesn't take a lot of heat. But we're going to put them face down, cook the pork, and then flip it over and brown the backside. That's what we're going to attempt. We have already boiled some Cajun pork sausage. We don't always do it, but in this video we've pre-boiled it and we're going to brown it and cook it a little bit more on the griddle. We also have Lazy Caveman Boudin, which is a special Boudin that is local to South Louisiana, in Lafayette in particular, and we're going to give that a sampling today too. So basically this charcuterie board is not only French, but it's also a Cajun French sampling of different flavors and seasonings. Alright guys, so the griddle is hot, it's piping hot. It's been well seasoned and we have a coat of oil on it. But we also have our pork sausage, Cajun pork sausage. We're going to throw it on in one big link and we're going to let it start to brown. So going to go ahead and cut it up on the griddle as we brown it and cook it. We're going to go ahead and come on over on the hot side. And we're going to let these start to brown. You can see the juices inside the casing of the pork sausage here bubbling up. It smells great. We can see that the griddle's a little hot. It's browning like we want, but it may be a little fast. We're going to slide it over on the cooler side here in a second. And because we're funky, we're going to take this pork sausage and we're going to slice it on the griddle. And it's okay if I dull the knife a little bit. I'm not too worried about it. And we're cutting them in an oblong slice. It's prettier, it looks better, it fits these crackers better. And this Lazy Caveman Boudin is browning very nicely here, as you can see. It's sizzling and popping. We're just going to brown the other side a little bit more, and now we're going to cut it into bite-sized lengths that can be used on the charcuterie board. This stuff's ready to go. We're going to pull it off before the sausage. And really, most of this stuff is cooked already. We're just kind of browning it and making it hot. Alright, so our experiment with the pork stuffed mushrooms, we're going to go ahead and put them upside down, just like this. We're going to let that cook and get real good and hot. If we brown some of that pork, that's alright. We're going to flip it over and brown the backside of those mushrooms as well. So, if you're wondering what is in Boudin, it's a mixture and it's a traditional Cajun recipe that includes a variety of seasonings, a lot of red pepper, and it also has cayenne pepper, and there is a casing that holds it all together, and there is onions, some bell pepper, and also pork in it. Look at this sausage, guys. This is exactly what you want. So it was cooked, it just needed to get browned, and when it browns, that's where you get the flavor from. Yeah. So what I'm seeing right now reminds me of a story of when I was a young boy, and we would be with my dad and he would cook my brother and I breakfast. In that breakfast, he would call it spaminals and eggs. And what that meant is you take a can of Spam, slice it thin, you throw it on a black iron pot, skillet, and you brown it up real good and crispy, and then you cook eggs in the grease of the Spam, and he called it spaminals and eggs. Excellent. This isn't quite Spam. This is like Cajun pork sausage, but it's gonna be good as Spam, I think. Maybe even better. Guys, check this out. I just peeked at our experiment of pork stuffed mushrooms. You can see how it's browned and cooked nicely right there. We're gonna let it cook a little bit longer. We don't want it to get too black. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's cooking nicely. Very nice. Beautiful. All right, it's time to flip the mushrooms. I've been peeking at them. They're good and cooked on the other side. Let's flip them over. Let the mushroom get nice and brown on the back side, and look at the pork juices dripping around the mushroom, and hopefully that's going to cook out a little bit more and drip down the sides and flavor it nicely. All right, this stuff's about ready to come off. I'm just flipping it again just to take a peek at it. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Very nice. And then this boudin is ready. Let's pull this off. Here. This is good finger food. Our next step is to take cheese and crackers and prepare that to go with the meats. Because again, we're talking about charcuterie boards, which the specialty is cured meat. Oh yeah. Beautiful. All right, let's peek at our mushrooms real quick. Let's see. Oh yeah, they're good. They're ready to come off. Here. So here's our smorgasbord of cured meats. It's going to be great with crackers and cheese. All right, guys. Now we've prepared the cheese and crackers and we've put it all on a board, so we're legit. It's a charcuterie board. What we have here is the Cajun pork sausage, the Cajun lazy caveman boudin. We have red hot pepper jelly out of Texas. We have our pork stuffed mushrooms. We have, I believe it's called Gruyere cheese here. And we have some Havarti, creamy Havarti. That goes so well, and I'm going to show you how to put these together. But you take one of the wafer crackers, cracked black pepper, break you off a piece of cheese, and you stack it with a piece of pork sausage. Very, very good. The way the pork sausage was cooked, hats off to the chef. One side is browned and crispy, the other side is a little softer, so you can bite through it and you have flavor all the way. The creamy Havarti is a nice counterpart to that, and then the crunch of the wafer cracker, just perfect. Now all I need is a glass of wine and we're good to go. I don't eat mushrooms, but I have someone who does. Come see. You take a bite of this. I have the pork stuffed mushroom. I have the videographer here, my wife. She's gonna give it a try since I don't eat mushrooms. Let me know how that is. Is the pork okay? Awesome. How's the mushroom?
Very good.
Is it everything you hoped it would be? Outstanding. Well, I think it's a win for the Architect's Griddle today. We have this awesome charcuterie board. We have very happy people eating it. That's it for today. See you next time at the Architect's Griddle. Almost forgot. We wanted to taste the boudin as well. Take your cracker, take the boudin, put it on top with your Havarti. I've never had boudin like this. I've always had it boiled on the stove top, but never griddled. With it griddled, it's kind of like the sausage. It has the crispy exterior and the soft interior. It is outstanding. Good job, Lazy Caveman.